Z5, man, free Z9, man, free Z7, man. Y'all know what's going on, man. Free holiday, man. Free fun, free dude, man. Y'all know what's going on. What the fuck you saying? You feel me?
What are you saying?
Act right now. Act right. Act like folk now. Act like folk. Act like folk now.
When we go back to take over the community, because we're going to have to do it, gentlemen. You can't expect the cops to fix this, because they started it. But I want to be clear, and I know some of us love our children, but some of our children are so far gone that we're going to have to put some of them to sleep in order to take back the neighborhood. Some of y'all don't want to hear that because you don't live in reality. But I'm telling you, as a psychologist, I'm not going to be able to psychologize all of them on the corner. Some of them going to sleep for God!
Hello, Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach in thruuuuu. Salutations to your brothers in the highways and hedges. Salutations also goes out to your brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn. I'm the brother Malak from the Diligent Soldier Camp here in Boston, Mass. As always, I pray this lesson be edifying to the elect. The name of this one will be Jake is too through. Alright, too through or through. You know, I frequently hear Elder Yashawamba always use that term, man, when it has to do with almost everybody. Don't matter what nation, but definitely Jake's, man. You know, especially when he's speaking about Babylonians, man, because people here are through, man. You know, and as you can see, the subject in hand, man. You know, these little nigglets. You know what I'm saying? That, you know, happens to be so-called black people, right? Or black children, black kids, black boys. But you know, this activity or this mind frame is instilled in all Jakes, man. Whether they be from the southern or northern kingdom, okay? Because I'm a Simeonite, you know, a part of the northern kingdom. As we like to clarify, right? But you know, we're Jake, we're one nation as far as like the hopeful elect and the elect go, man. Right? But nonetheless, man, you know, this type of mind frame is embedded in Jake in general, man. All right. You know, the scriptures say that we follow after Judah, right? Because whatever Judah does, man, the rest of the nation, the rest of the tribes do themselves, man. You know what I'm saying? Whether it be style, the way they talk, you know what I'm saying? All those type of things, man. And even the so-called Spanish tribes, man, you know, there's a lot of terminology that is said in English, right? But when it comes to these Spanish-speaking tribes, they speak the same way, but in Spanish. It be the same insults, the same so-called cuss words, you know what I'm saying? The way they carry themselves. But, you know, not to veer off subject, man, but, you know, our people gone, man. And there's no saving Jake at all. I mean, you see it in the screen, man. You know, these little dudes can be no older than, like, you know, 20, 25 years old, you know what I'm saying? I don't even think they reach 25 years old, man. But you do have, you know, people at that age and older than that with the same mindset, man. You know what I mean? But this is the type of shit that we all came out of, man, to a degree, man, because this is new generation shit. This is Generation Z shit right here, man. Like, I grew up in a real bad part of New York, in the Bronx, man, and this shit wasn't like this, man. It was not like this, boy. Like, we weren't out there with guns. Like, you know, there was always guns in the neighborhood, in every neighborhood, you know what I mean? But blatantly taking it out and basically taunting cars that are passing by, man, you know what I mean? These niggas is demons, man. And like I said, this goes on from south to the northern kingdom, man. It's in general, man. You know what I mean? And the Lord is gonna do away with these niggas, man. Like, the Lord's is almost ready to start killing Jake in great numbers, man. You know, you got rappers like what's his name, XXX Tentacion. You know what I mean? Which he was a demon himself, but at the same time, the dudes that killed him, man, had this mentality. You know, no fucking heart, man, at all, man. You know, just heartless, cold killers, man. You know what I mean? And we know those are spirits of vengeance, man, created by the Lord, man, that are just put in Jake, man. You know, when you got, you know, those type of dudes, then you got the music coming from Chicago and even New York too, with the whole drill sound. You know what I mean? That feeds the demon to turn up on these individuals or individuals like this, man. You know what I mean? And there's countless other rappers, man, because the Lord done killed a lot of rappers in the last 2 years, man. Last couple of years been deadly for rappers, man. It's a curse to be a rapper, man. To even have that mentality of even wanting to be a rapper, man. You know, we got talented rappers, right? I should say from the 90s that, you know, niggas is demons themselves, but way more talented when it comes to this wordplay, man. But you know, they have resulted to doing other things in life, man, because it's just ain't this. It's not the same anymore, man. You know. But yeah, and on top of that, man, all these kids sound the same, man, when they rap and performing. So it's the same mentality, man. It's just like this through demon on these these young people, man. It's completely gone, man. And as you can hear that psychologist, I don't know what his name is, because I found this on Instagram. You know, he was right, man. There's no waking Jake up out of that type of mentality, man. They're definitely gonna have to be put down, man. You know, the only way for our people to come back in the kingdom correctly is by dying in this side, man. The Lord got to put these niggas to death, man. Point blank, period. You know, same thing goes on with Eve, man. You know, Eve's a lot of Eve's gonna have to get put down and come back correct in the kingdom with no more twerking, no more, you know, shaking your stinking ass out there, man. You know, the Lord been judging people for the longest since birth, and these people still, for likes and views, do the most, man. You know, I saw like a deformed dwarf, fucking T-Rex type of individual, man. Some girl, man, she was as tall as a toilet, man. And this chick is over here twerking and trying to pole dance and shit. It's like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Hey, the Lord done judged you already. You all fucked up, and you still out here wilding out, man. You know, but that's our people, man. You know, we can encourage each other to do the worst that could come out of us, man. You know, because our people do evil better than these other nations, man. We take upon their customs, their practices, and surpass the level of just man, for lack of another word, man, throughness, man, or wickedness, man. You know, and that's our people in a nutshell, man. And there's no talking to them, like I said, man. There's no helping them out, man. They're just too through, right? So I won't make this too long. Just got a few scriptures to you know, hit the point, man, and keep it moving, man. So the first scripture I want to bring out is Hosea 4:6, man. This is a scripture that we always bring out, and it's so relevant now, man, because, you know, a lot of these Jakes that are being put to death, or have been getting put to death, especially in the last 10 years, man, you know, gruesomely. And you could attribute this to, you know, any time in the past, but our people are you know, our people dying out here, man. The Lord is killing Jake left and right, man. And Jake still don't wake up. You know, us in the know, you know, we go off, man, and we fear that the Lord might get us. You know, I mean to laugh, but, you know, like, we go off sometimes, and we fear so much as how the Lord could get us, man, that, you know, we asking the Lord for forgiveness and mercy. You know, though we know we don't even deserve any of that, man. You know, but, you know, nonetheless, man, our people totally gone, man. Hosea 4:6, my people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. What knowledge is that, man? The law, statutes, and commandments. This gospel, who the gospel's for, who we are, the name of the Father, the name of the Son. They lack this knowledge, because thou hast rejected knowledge. Because we teach them, we out there in the highways and byways, man, and we'll get, you know, out of a whole month, and let's say a total of 12 hours, you know, because we try to go out there 2-3 hours every Sunday, but nonetheless, you know, this is all over the place. So the truth is always being spoken about, always being put out there in the unicorn, man. You know, in the internet of things, man. On your YouTubes, on your Rumble, on your Periscope, however you say that website, man. It's out there, but, you know, they reject it. They don't want to know about it, man. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy God, man. Because Yahweh is your power, your God, and what you do is you fan your hands, man, and you don't want to hear what was being spoken about, man, to your own detriment, man, to your own demise, basically, man. It says, Slakia, it says, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing thou hast forgotten the law of thy power. I will also forget thy children. Okay, so our people don't teach, you know, the older folks don't teach the laws, statutes, and commandments to their children. So their children are out here like brute beasts, man, just acting a fool out here, man. You know, I mean, look at these kids with assault weapons. Where the fuck are they getting these assault weapons from? Mind you, these are not cheap. These are not cheap weapons. Okay, these weapons are expensive. I mean, you know, when you buy them brand new, I would imagine they're even more expensive. But you know, AR-15s and assault rifles and semi-automatic handguns, and, you know, because they modify the switches on them and all that, and these kids don't look like they even work, man, but they out here with expensive guns, man. But, you know, Jake do sell drugs in order to buy these weapons, man. You know what I mean? And they pass it off to each other. They call them throwaways sometimes, or burners, man, because you know, once you get you do something with them, you throw them out, man. You know what I mean? And they get hot, so you sell them off or whatever, man. But, you know, because there's a lot of guns out here in the streets, man, with countless bodies, man. You know, and it gets passed around more than these women do in the streets, man. Our women and guns get passed around like nothing, man, like nothing else, man. All right, but the Lord's gonna reject you, and so what happens when you get rejected? You don't have that hedge of protection over you, man. So the Lord gives you up to basically death, man. These death angels that come out here, man, and just, you know, delete you from the face of the earth, man. And then you back in the spirit world, man, in your right mind, you know, maybe for a split second feeling foolish for the way you was living and the vibration you was throwing out there. But now you know you a Jake, and you out there praying, you know, begging the Lord for our people, man. You know what I'm saying? That scripture I want to get is Jeremiah 4:22. It says, for my people is foolish. You know, this is a foolish thing to be out there with, especially barefaced, because a lot of them got their mask on. But then you have a few that don't even have a gun, are not flashing guns, but are right next to these other, man, I gotta say children, because then, you know, they're men, they're grown men, but, you know, the mindset, man, is very feminine and very childlike, man. You know, a lot of these dudes out there, man, I wouldn't be surprised if they were being raised by in single parent homes by their mothers, man. Because, you know, a man growing up with standards that were instilled to him by his father, you know, 8 out of 10 times, man, they're gonna have that etiquette, man, and that structure built in them, man, or you know, they've been brought up with that, you know, since they were young. But a lot of these kids, man, a lot of those children right there, man, those young people right there in that video, man, they you know exactly who they got raised by, man. You know, it says, for my people is foolish. They have not known me. You know, they don't know the law. They don't know the Lord. They don't know the Father, their names. You know, that you're supposed to pray these type of demonic possessions off of you, man, by praying to the Lord, man, and asking the Lord to take these demons from you, so you can change your ways. But they don't know that, man. They glorify death, you know, and they're in a fast pace towards death, man. They are sadish children, meaning they're stupid. It's stupid, man. Foolish and stupid to be out there flashing assault weapons, man, because if one of the ones that didn't have no guns and no mask get caught up, they ratting everybody out, man, basically. They are sadish children and they have none understanding. Ain't that right, man? They are wise to do evil, but to do good, they have no knowledge, man. They don't even, these Jakes don't even know how to do good, man. They don't even know how to do good. They're too wired in always doing wrong and having zero love for their neighbors, man, which are basically northern and southern kingdom Jakes, man. I have no doubt that whoever was driving by at that moment was just another Jake, man, whether it be southern or northern, man. You know, so-called blacks, so-called Latinos, or so-called Native Americans, man. And they're quick to show that cold confrontational or confrontation towards their own, man. But if it was the cops passing by, and they would, mind you, they would have probably gunned that car down, man. If whoever was in that car gave them the not the opportunity, but the position to do so, man. Or yeah, you know, put them in that position to do so. I have no doubt, man. But shortly after that, when the cops are arriving, these niggas will scatter. They won't pop at the cops, man. They won't shoot at the cops and make it like a lawless zone and shit. They don't have that much firepower. They don't have the balls to do that neither. But it's really easy to bully your own people, man. Those are your people that are not acting like you, that are not out here trying to strive like you, man. In the left hand side, this is Matthew 22:37. Yahushua said unto him, thou shalt love thy power, Yahweh, with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind, body, and soul, man. Because your heart pumps blood to the rest of your body. So you have to do everything, all your efforts should always be towards loving the Lord, man. And we know what the love of the Lord is, right? In the book of John, it tells you that the love of God is this, to keep his commandments, man. That's how you love the Lord, man, because the Lord is not looking for the love that we have been accustomed to understanding. You know, we had no understanding. These Jakes have no understanding. These will be the type of niggas that'll lose a friend of theirs and they'll go to a church for the wake, you know, and they'll do that little thing to they forehead, that they left and right shoulder, and I forget how you call that, man, but you know, basically like the crucifix. You know what I mean? They love to say on God, on God, on God, and they don't even know that God is way more, it could be way more brutal and horrific than them, man. More terrible than they try to portray to be. You know? So Yahushua said unto him, thou shalt love thy Lord, thy power, the Lord thy power, with all your heart, and with all your soul, and with all your mind. This is the first and great commandment. And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Your Israelite neighbor, man. But the scriptures also tell you that it be possible to live at peace with all men. That goes into all these other nations, because we're not in our kingdom. We can't we have to suffer to live around these people, man. You know? But in the kingdom, man, you know, everybody's going to go to their place. Kohalo Yahweh Bashim Yahweh. See a 414 in front of me parking. Because it's all about the kingdom, man. Once we're in the kingdom, we'll be able to do what the Lord allows us to do when it comes to dealing with these other nations, man. All right? Give me a second. So yeah, it says, verse 39, it says, and the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. But how can these little nigglets know that? Whether these spicklets or nigglets or however you want to fucking call it, man. You know what I'm saying? I don't mean it in a derogatory, racist way, because obviously I'm a Jake. These are my people. These are our people, man. On the left-hand side, man. You know? Nonetheless, man, you know, they don't know these things, man. They don't know they're supposed to love their own. You know? They'll watch these inspirational movies, man, and they'll probably question the fact that there's always beef between them and how they so quick to gun each other down, but they won't stop and consider and change their ways, man. The Lord got these people, you know, seared, man, in their minds, man, to just be straight demons. Till he come back and eradicate them and then bring them back in the kingdom, man. Because the Lord's about to kill a lot of you motherfuckers out there, man. And I don't mean you brothers and sisters that tune in to listen and learn sincerely. I'll talk about these jakes out here, these 2/3 minded jakes of our people, you know? Because you brothers and sisters out there, y'all tune in to me or to any other brothers, man, and to the apostles to sincerely try to change, man. Because, you know, shit's ready to hit the fan soon, man. This financial system is ready to collapse. They're about to switch over to digital money, have everybody under even more control. You know what I'm saying? A bunch of new laws. So-called owning nothing and being happy. All that dystopia is ready to hit Jake in the face, man. Hard body, man. And Jake don't even have a fucking wonder in the world, man. They don't have one clue that that's coming. And the ones that do deny it, you know what I'm saying? They'll be in denial about it because it don't make them feel good to realize and consider the fact that shit is about to change soon, man. All these witches and warlocks out here selling drugs and whatnot with money inside walls and at they auntie crib or grandma's house in the attic. You know, that shit's about to be obsolete, man. You might as well still keep it around. You know what I mean? Don't throw it right away so you can wipe your ass with it. Because even toilet paper is going to be scarce. I mean, you see how scarce it was for the demic. How much more when shit hit the fan? When Jacob's trouble come around the corner, man. With Jacob's trouble around the corner also, man. Because we're in the cusp of all that. We're in the very edge, man. To the point of no fucking return, man. And call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahweh for that, man. Because this place gotta go, man. Jake is through. This whole place is polluted. From the ground up, man. From under the ground to the surface to the heavens, man. It's over for this place, man. Rightfully so. It says, let me see. Well, okay, you're not finished with that. Verse 40 said, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. Now, this is Isaiah chapter 3, verse 12. It says, as for my people, children are their oppressors. You see, these are grown men because they're already over the age of 13. These little motherfuckers could reproduce already. You're a grown man. But mentally, they're children, man. Mentally, they're unwise. They're sottish, hard-headed. That's a bad mix. Add to that element, or add to that factor, the element of drugs and weapons. Man, listen. Jacob's Trouble is gonna be crazy, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be really, really crazy, man. As for my people, children are their oppressors, and women rule over them. Because who raised these kids, man? Who raised you, as they say? They mamas, man. That's why they act out like this. They think that being gangster is showing guns, flashing guns. They think that being gangster is provoking and taunting not only their own people, but the Lord, man. Because these niggas know what right from wrong. They know that that's not right. You know what I mean? Don't nobody come out and just start flashing guns for no reason. You get in trouble with that. It's not cool. It's not a good thing. People get traumatized by that. You know? Because you start feeling unsafe in your own neighborhood. But who raising these kids, man? These women. And I'm not even gonna get into that subject, but these women are raising them, man. Women rule over them. O my people, they which lead thee, cause thee to err, and destroy the way of thy path, man. Right? Because you got our grandmothers, our aunties, our mothers going to these churches, teaching these kids about so-called Christianity, which is a farce. And as soon as any of these niggas get the chance to go out and do something after they come back from church, you know, eating bacon, egg, and cheese at church, man, and hot dogs made out of pork, you know, and 25-cent juicies and shit, a bunch of this GMO shit. What do you think? What do you think they go to do? They're not in the spirit of prophecy. They're not in that spirit of being occupied by the word. You know, as soon as they get the chance, they hit them streets, man. And I used to do the same. We all was in that situation, man. Come back home, you know what I mean? Tell your mother you'll be up in a while, you know, and you go smoke a couple L's with a few of your friends, you know, then go back upstairs, take a shower, you know, hope your mom don't catch you with your red eyes. You know, and this is when you're like, you know, young, 13, 14, 15, when your mom's still in on your case, man, you know. I was raised with both my parents, but I remember my dad working a lot, and I could see how my mother wasn't able to control me and my brother, man, at a young age. Not that we lashed out or you know, was blatantly disrespectful, but you know, we was slick with it, man. We'll get the fuck up out of it. What time are we gonna go play baseball or something, or basketball? You know, go out with short sneakers. Bounce the ball around. There was a closet right next to the door before we got out the house. We used to throw that, you know, the gloves and the basketball in there, man, and hit the streets. Just to be out there, do things out of spite out there, because there was nothing else to do, you know. And these are the people that lead us, man, astray from the Lord, because JC don't really teach or instill any type of fear in you, man. He's all hugs and all hugs, loves, and kisses, man. That pedo. This is the book of Ezekiel, chapter 9, verse 4. It says, and Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, to the midst of Jerusalem, right? Because, you know, Israel is a place. Israel, how do you say it? I think it's something along the lines like Israel is a people before they are a place. So anywhere Israelites are, man, that's Israel right there, man. You know, and this is getting into the Lord. These scriptures right here are getting into Jacob's trouble, because the Lord's going to delete a lot of people, man. You know, the elect is going to be walking over a lot of dead bodies soon, man. And the elected, you know, we call ourselves the hopeful elect. So from time to time, you'll hear us put ourselves in that situation. But a lot of us, Lord's will, we're a part of that number, are not even going to be worrying about what's going on like that. You know, the Lord's going to have a spirit on us to walk right by it, like totally desensitized. That's how you pronounce that. You know, it's going to be a time where we're not going to stop and cry for Jake, man, whether it be family, loved ones, whatever. It's over. It's quiet for y'all, man. Real soon. And Yahweh said unto him, go through the midst of the city, through the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry, that sigh and cry, and that cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst of thereof. Right. So the Lord is commanding these angels to go and set that thruuuuu. If I hope I'm not mispronouncing that. You know what? Let's get it real quick. Ezekiel 9:4. Let me get it in the blue letter real quick. Ezekiel 9:4. And that word for mark, right, which is a mark of exemption. It says interlinear concordance. Said a mark, right? Here it says tav, but it's thruuuuu, if I'm not mistaken. And this is a desired mark a sign, as a sign of exemption from judgment, because the Lord is telling these angels, go and set this mark on the people that are on the men that are sighing and crying for the abominations that are being done. So why would the Lord have any type of beef with those men, or any type of indignation for those men, when he told them in the first place that he commanded them to Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, man, to go out in the highways and byways and teach our people, bid our people to the marriage, whether they hear or forbear it. So he's not gonna do anything to those particular people. But as you read on, it says, and to the others he said, in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite, let not your eye spare. Smite and don't spare nobody, right? Neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women. Now, last time I checked, maids were also women, man. Females, right? So he mentioned them twice, man. Because there's a lot of wickedness that are coming out of these women. And it pours out to these wicked-ass jakes. A lot of the killings that goes on in these neighborhoods are because of women, crying out for help, not so much crying out for help, but bearing false witness a lot of times, sleeping with two dudes at the same time, and the other one that have feelings and a bunch of guns and crazy motherfucking friends, want to go get that guy, which is an op to them. And they'll go gun them down, and then the other side guns them down, and so on and so forth. And years, decades goes by. You know what I'm saying? And these new kids that move into these new neighborhoods, they inherit these problems, man. They inherit these problems unless they totally disassociate themselves from, or remove themselves from that atmosphere, man. And it says again, and the others he said, in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city, and smite, let not your eye spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old and young, both maids and little children and women, but come not near any man upon whom is the mark, man, that mark of exemption from the Lord. This is the spiritual mark that you want to have, not the carnal one that these devils, Esau, it wants everyone to have, and he's gonna cause everybody to have it. It says, and begin at my sanctuary. Those that know that they're Israelites, those of us that know that we're Israelites, man, those angels are gonna start with us too. Try and see if we're worthy, man, of receiving that mark of exemption. You know what I'm saying? And if we're not worthy, those left hand angels are gonna come through and kill shit, man. Point blank, period. I say this now, but I'm saying it to myself first and foremost, man. Lord's will, he has mercy on me, man. At that time, and my family. Because we don't know who we were in the past. You know, we don't know if he's going to forgive us for any of the things that we did in this lifetime. All we could do is hope, pray, and have faith that he will. It says, then they began at the ancient men which were before the house. That scripture I want to bring out, and I ended off at that is I'll end it off right here is Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 6. It says, and ye now, ask ye now, Salakia, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child. Now, last time we checked, even though it's contrary to unpopular belief, men don't bear children. Okay, we're not out there in travail, man. You know, the biggest stomach ache we can have is wanting to go use the damn bathroom, man. That's it. But it says, ask ye now and see whether a man doth travail with child, because I mean, to get into it, let's just get into it. I don't even have to explain. It says, wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins? Because these people that Jeremiah is seeing, are these men that Jeremiah is seeing, man, it looks like they have not travailing with children, but that like they have some type of pain in their stomach, man, and it's really just from fear, okay, from the things that are coming. It says, ask ye now and see whether a man does travail with children. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, and all faces are turned into paleness. Niggas is gonna be scared, man. You know that saying, have you know you look like you seen a ghost, is because when you get really scared, when you really fear something, man, your countenance change, man. You become pale. You know, the blood don't go to the edge of of your skin, because it's pumping somewhere else or something. You know, I don't know the science behind it, man, but you turn pale, man, when you're fearful, man, right? And rightfully so, man, because look at the time that it's going into. It's gonna be scaring the shit out of everybody. At last, verse 7, at last, for that day is great, so that no other day, right, is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it. Jacob's trouble, man, is going to be, for all Jakes, worldwide, if I'm not mistaken, but mostly here in Babylon, man. And both the 1/3 and the 2/3 are going to be in the midst of that. But the 1/3, the he, is going to be saved out of it, man. The elect is going to be saved out of the midst of all that madness, man, of the Lord getting back at you Jakes for all your wickedness, man. I mean, look at these children, man. This is crazy. It's no wonder that all these other nations look at us and will say shit like about us in an evil way or in a racist way, man. Or the first thing out their mouth is, oh, well, black people do this and Spanish people do that. It's because look at our people, man. Look how our people act. All this talent that's out there, man, and they don't use it for anything good, man. Granted, man, this is the will of the Lord. The Lord set this man Esau up to put guns and drugs and push this vibration, that mentality that these children have, man. Push it out there so they can act like total demons, you know what I'm saying? But the Lord is also gonna clean that mess up, man, by totally, annihilating Jake, man, for quite some time, might I add, man, because you're gonna have to come back in the kingdom. It's gonna be possibly a not so slow process, because we're gonna be getting down, man. We're gonna be reproducing. Yeah, I mean, we at the camp where I'm at, man, we tend to joke around, like, and I always say, like, man, I mean, and it's, and I don't want to set the wrong tone, man, because it's not about sex, man, at all, right? But here in this side, we haven't experienced what real love making is, so-called love making is, man. A woman loving you loving a woman also, and then add to the fact that we're gonna have multiple wives, man, because how you think we're gonna bring all these 2/3 Jakes back to the back in the kingdom, man, in their right minds? You know, but I often joke with the brothers at camp, man, like, you know, if you don't see me outside, man, if it's not the Shabbat, but you don't see me outside, you know, it's me doing my part, bringing the kingdom back, man. You know? But hey, man, you know, just stick to the point, man. You know, not deviate, man. You know, Jake is in gross darkness, man. And it will behoove all of us that are in this truth, man, to stay the course, man. Because Jake is through, man. This is what you got. This is what you got to go back to, man. If this is what you go back to, man, if you live this truth, man. Okay, there's nothing for us out here, man. This is the type of shit we'll have to deal with, man, if we go back to the streets, man, and possibly be put down before one of these beastly ass brute beast ass Jake puts us down, or before they even die, you know. So fear the Lord, man. Fear the Lord and follow his instructions that he gave us, man. With that, I want to say, I want to give all honors and praises to Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rakakwadash, you know, for putting the spirit on me to bring this lesson out. I pray that it was edifying. I want to give double honors to the apostles of GMS who teach and rule well, being great examples to us younger brothers. Salutation, as always, to you brothers in the highways and byways, all right, and the hedges out there teaching, stay the course. Salutations also goes out to you brothers and few sisters that tune in to listen and learn, man. With that, I say shalom.